It's the Odd Drunk Podcast, a very strange podcast, the drunkest show in the world. It's Jackson and Colton talking out of their ass. We don't care as long as drinks are poured. Sometimes we have our friends here. We will talk about anything. We don't care as long as we have beer. And if you let that whiskey ring. The Odd Drunk Podcast.
Welcome to the Odd Drunk Podcast. Not the Stone Cold Sober Podcast.
The Stone Cold Sober Podcast.
We are here to play around with some AI once again, but this time specifically...
We love AI playing around.
Yeah.
Stuff.
And, you know... We'll get into discussion before we mess around with it, maybe. Or maybe we'll just hop right into it. We're just kind of playing it by ear on this one. But yeah, we're going to test the limits of ChatGPT. What weird things we can get it to say.
Because,
what questions can it answer?
Some people are afraid of AI, how it can be misused by malicious corporations and
it
people,
will be, and it is.
But and how it can put artists out of work. But we think it can also just be a funny thing to dick around with while we drink beer.
But honestly, it could put any artistic medium in danger. It is putting artists in danger.
Yeah.
With AI art, blatantly, just stealing.
That's a whole
people's art across the web.
Philosophical.
And I could tell this to write a script, and we are going to do that. But we're going to have fun with it today. We're not going to get too serious. If you want a serious podcast, this is not for you.
No,
seriously, no pun intended.
I think, Jackson, I have an idea. I think we should release a bonus episode.
This is quite good. I like it.
I think we should release a bonus episode along with this one. And here's my idea. We should have ChatGPT come up with a podcast script and then use AI-generated AI voices.
It's funny you say that.
It's
funny you say that. In fact...
Do that and just have a completely AI episode.
This might be a little tricky for you to do, but if you could put this as the intro, possibly.
Okay.
So pay attention to where you are on the timestamp. But I've been messing around with it for the last week or so, just playing around. And I was like, this would be fun on the podcast. Well, I asked it to generate a script for the Odd Drunk Podcast. And it says a fictional podcast where two friends get together. A fictional podcast.
Yeah,
we're fiction. We're not real,
guys. We have some news for you.
None of this has been real.
Yeah.
Anyways,
this is a figment of your imagination.
So here's the script. We both have to read from it. Okay. So
hold it over here.
Do you want to be host 1 or host 2?
You should be host 1.
Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome to the Odd Drunk Podcast. I'm Jackson, and I'm here with my good friend Colton. How are you doing, Colton?
Hey, Jackson. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. And I'm excited to be here today, as always. I'm trying to put some energy into
me
this.
too. So what are you drinking today? Oh.
Well... I've got a nice cold beer here.
That's accurate.
And I know you've got something interesting, as always.
I do. Okay, let's break from the script. Right. And actually, this is not the AI.
All right. We're going into human
mode
here. Yeah, human mode.
So
I do have some interesting.
We do actually do. So it's fitting. It's very fitting. It knows. I thought since we're going to be messing around with AI today, and AI can be really weird and random with its responses and sometimes say frightening things. I got a French toast stout, which would be great if we were doing a breakfast episode of some sort.
We should absolutely do a breakfast
Just where we
episode.
eat breakfast and
We could do a breakfast.
talk about
breakfast tier list. Breakfast food tier list.
they would all be S, honestly.
S tier across the board.
But anyways, this is a French toast stout from Abita Brewing, and it says with creamy notes of maple syrup. That's definitely strong here. It's maple syrup forward. Insert obligatory
Insert.
joke.
If you're a long time listener, you know.
Yeah. Are we even gonna do the joke?
No, I don't. I think this time we shouldn't.
But notes of maple syrup, cinnamon, vanilla, and nutmeg, which is what you would want in a really good French toast, you know. This stout will have you craving breakfast for dinner. A decadent brew inspired by a morning favorite. French toast stout has a smooth and subtle sweetness, perfect for any time of day. And this is literally my first time having it on this show. I just got from the liquor store and headed over to Colton's, and it's good.
It's good.
It's when I first got it, I thought maybe it'd be a little too sweet or something, or just weird because that is. I mean, imagine like a waffle stout. That would be a similar type of thing.
I gotta say though, as far as
waffles are better than pancakes, by the way. I'll fight you.
I will. You don't have to fight me because
I'll fight
I agree.
the listeners.
Waffles are way better than pancakes. I eat pancakes more because I don't own a waffle maker.
Pancakes can be great. They can be amazing.
Pancakes are great.
Since we're on this topic,
but waffles are superior. In every
and then
way.
French toast.
I'm a big fan of French toast.
Can be
if it's well done.
If it's well made. If there's care.
fantastic.
But if you're just getting Denny's French toast, or just throwing.
Hey, Denny's
be
makes
all right.
an okay French toast.
It's okay, but
I mean, it's
okay. If
it's
you're
okay.
throwing if you're making French toast for the first time, it's probably not going to turn out that
French
good.
toast slam at Denny's.
Yeah,
It's like
pretty good.
$10.
We're going to just talk
not
about
bad.
breakfast
Yeah.
today. We're changing topics.
Change the topic.
Oh, bacon.
Yeah,
It can go with hot dogs. It can go with eggs.
Yeah. Bacon
Biscuits.
Yeah. I as far as
burger-
as far
well,
as
that's
breakfast meats go, I'm definitely a sausage guy.
Yeah.
That's
what she said. And of course, you can't have a good breakfast without some good coffee.
I drank a lot of that today.
What about cereal? Where do you stand on cereal?
I like cereal, but I'm a little picky on cereal. Cereal's like
How long are we gonna keep this bit going?
There's a lot. There's a lot of cereals.
This episode has a
from
weird
when
energy
I
to
was,
it. I love it.
From when I was a kid that I'm not into anymore. But you know what? You know what is a
I like Frosted Flakes again.
Frosted Flakes are good. Yeah, those are good.
I've been eating them lately.
Yeah, I like Captain Crunch.
Yeah,
You
I mean
know,
it's
good old
destroys
fiberglass.
your- sugar.
But S tier cereal is Honey Bunches of Oats with almonds.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
I've been a fan of that
Yeah.
even since I was a kid. It's not even one of those ones I didn't like as a kid. I've always liked it.
Yeah, when I was a kid and I was like
Plain Cheerios, nah. I
Yeah.
still don't like plain Cheerios.
No.
It's got to be Honey Nut.
Honey
at
Nut
least.
Cheerios are good. Though,
And then they have the chocolate and whatever.
Yeah, my girlfriend likes regular Cheerios, and we compromise sometimes by I buy the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Well, don't they have like the half and half ones sometimes and like whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
They have all kinds now.
But-
Cheerio tier list.
Cheerio
Let's go.
tier-
Now,
yeah.
anyways, what are you drinking? That's enough of that bit.
I'm drinking from Soulcraft Brewing out of Salida, Colorado, the Low Viz Hazy Pale Ale. It's just, I mean, there's not much to say about it. It's just a really solid hazy pale ale.
Can't go wrong with that.
Soulcraft makes really, really
Here,
good
you definitely
stuff.
should try one of these. Do you have a
Ooh,
bottle opener?
Oh, yeah, I got.
All right, you can use mine too.
This is Cody's. Soulcraft Brewing makes just really solid beers. The last year, I think it was last year, or the year before, at the San Juan Brew Fest, they like swept the floor with like their beers like winning everything. It was great.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm trying to see where Abita is from. Doesn't say. I could look it up, but I'm
Should we ask ChatGPT?
not bothered. No, we gotta. Let's continue to script before we. I mean, you can ask you real quick. Abita Brewing from out of Louisiana. I don't know if that sounds right. Abita Springs, Louisiana. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It was founded in 1986. Is that what it says? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I can't quite see.
1986.
It is known for producing a variety of craft beers, including Abita Amber, Purple Haze. Really? I thought a different brewery did that one. Turbo Dog. I guess
AIs
another
are
brewery
not
could do
always
that one.
correct.
Well, read the disclaimer before later on before we keep going. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Louisiana.
I mean, it probably just looked it up, just like you did.
yeah.
Anyways, let's continue the script. So we got to what we were drinking.
Yeah.
They knew to do that segment, which is one of the things that scared me, actually. But it's not scary yet. You'll know.
Okay.
If you're a longtime listener, you'll definitely know. Colton will for sure know.
Good.
Well, he should, unless he just doesn't care about anything. But anyways,
I'm not a nihilist, Jackson.
so let's just retrace our steps back to host 2. Well,
Right,
read it.
Where were we?
Here.
Oh. Well, I've got a nice cold beer here, and I know you've got something interesting as always.
Yeah, I do. I found this weird new drink at the store called the Swamp Water. It's green, it's fizzy, and it's supposed to taste like apple and lime. I would try that.
I mean, okay, yeah.
Swamp Water. I could definitely see a beer being called that.
Oh,
Easy.
Yeah, there's some weird beer names.
Okay, host 2. Laughs.
That sounds disgusting, but I'm sure it'll make for an interesting episode.
I like how the AI assumes that we would do a whole episode on like one beer, which it'd be a short episode.
It'd be a short episode.
Be like,
but,
this is good.
Hey,
Or this is bad.
Message us if you want an episode, a really short,
Or at least for us to feature.
episode where we just
particular
talk about one single beer.
And we have one can to share.
Yeah, just share a can of beer.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, let's hope so. So what's on the agenda for today?
Well, hold on a moment. Well, I thought we could talk about something that's been on my mind lately. Conspiracy theories.
That's what got me. Because we
check out our conspiracy theories episode.
We have a couple of them or just one of them? I can't remember. Did we do another one?
I don't recall. We might have.
Feels like we've done one, but I feel like we've talked about them in other contexts.
Oh, we definitely talked about them.
Anyways, oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, I know. But hear me out. I've been reading about this theory that the moon landing was faked.
Whoa. Oh man, that one never gets old. You really think it's true?
Well, I don't know, but some of the arguments are pretty convincing. They're not. Like the fact
this
that
is the AI speaking.
The fact that the flag appears to be waving in the wind, even though there's no atmosphere on the moon.
Yeah, but that's just because they had to move the flagpole around to get it to stand up. Plus, there are plenty of other pieces of evidence to prove that the moon landing was real, Colton.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying, it's an interesting theory to think about.
All right, fair enough. Well, let's move on to something a little less controversial. How about we talk about our favorite movies of all time?
Oh, now you're speaking my language. I could talk about movies all day.
Wait, where are we? No, okay. I know you could. So what's your favorite movie?
That's a tough one. There are so many great movies out there, but if I had to pick just one, I'd have to say The Godfather.
You would, wouldn't you?
It's a good movie. It is a good movie. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a classic. My favorite movie of all time is probably The Shawshank Redemption.
That's also
a good movie.
Nods. Another great one. You can never go wrong with a good prison movie.
True that. All right. Well, I think that's a good note to end on. Thanks for tuning in to the Odd Drunk Podcast, and we'll see you next time. Roll that outro.
Psych. That's not actually the end of the episode.
No, it is.
Yeah.
That's the end.
That's.
I'm going home. Man, I wish they could all go like
still
that.
have more beers to drink.
I wish they could all go like that. Hey, what's your favorite movie? I don't know. Godfather, maybe. Oh, cool. All right, see you later. What a riveting episode that would be. Anyways, so I already have some results. Just to make sure we can get some good ones. You can start playing around with it. I got some ideas. It's really fun to give it like movie scripts. But one of the other things I've been messing around with ChatGPT is that you can get it to like write you a song in whatever style, whatever band you want. And then I was like, can it do like an album?
Ooh.
And then I said, write a terrible Weezer album. And the AI could have been really funny there and been like, oh, there's already a terrible Weezer. No, so it said, of course, whenever you ask it an opinionated question, it's always going to say this. As an AI language model, I don't want to criticize or insult any specific musician or album. Weezer has many devoted fans who love their music. And what one person considers terrible might be someone else's favorite album. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yep.
But Weezer fans that are just like, are on their knees praying to Rivers Cuomo, or they happen to hate all their music. Yeah. That's your two different Weezer fans. It's like Blue Album or bust, or Pinkerton or bust, or Maljoy, whatever. Yeah. And then they hate the rest. But anyways, however, I can try to come up with a hypothetical concept for a Weezer album that some people might enjoy. And this is where I laughed my ass off, like out loud, because I asked it to write a terrible album, and then it was like blah, 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 opinions. But then it said, title, Weezer Goes Country. Track list. This is really good. Number 1, Cowboy Hat Blues. My Tractor's Broken Heart. Honky Tonk Hash Pipe.
I want to hear that song.
Line Dancing in the Garage. Tennessee Tired. I don't know if that's a reference to a song. Redneck Island in the Sun.
Oh my God.
Hillbilly Holiday. Beverly Hills Country Version. Try on that one. Yeehaw in the Morning, and then my all-time favorite, Boot Scootin' Buddy Holly. And it says, and it elaborates, the album features Weezer's signature catchy melodies and power pop sound, but with a distinct country twist. The lyrics are filled with references to pickup trucks, cowboy hats, and line dancing, and many of the songs featuring twangy guitar riffs and fiddle solos.
I want to hear this album. Rivers Cuomo, if you're listening,
I gotta hear Honky Tonk Hash
This is your next project.
and Boot Scootin' Buddy Holly. Yeah,
I had earlier. I was messing around with it a little bit. I had this AI come up with a short horror story for us, because you know how much we love spooky stuff.
Yeah, that's like some of our best performing.
So,
like our top 3 episodes are all weird.
So this is a
Spooky
short
things.
horror story
Okay, let's go.
that ChatGPT came up with. Jackson and Colton were 2 friends who loved talking about all things horror. They decided to start a podcast where they could share their thoughts on the latest horror movies, TV shows, and books. One night, they were recording an episode about a new horror movie that had just been released. As they were discussing the plot.
Oh, stop. Speaking of new horror movies that just released, this is going to be our little bit of news here. I just saw on opening night, because I was just on my phone on break at work, and I was like, oh, fuck. Evil Dead Rise is out. I was like, screw it. I'm just going to go.
Hell yeah.
And because I figured I've been so busy. I've only been getting 1 day off. I've been working 6-day weeks, working like 11 hours a day. 12 hours a day and driving. And Well, anyways, I saw Evil Dead Rise, and I want to say I was skeptical. I was just... I didn't let the hype get to me because I'm a huge Evil Dead fan, diehard Evil Dead fan. I've seen all the movies except for the 2013 one, which I plan on seeing soon.
Yeah.
So then I can say I've seen all of them. But Evil Dead Rise, just a quick little review without going on a huge tangent here, is definitely... it's hard to include Army of Darkness in the equation because that one's just so different, and I love it. But
it's a great movie,
it's just a comedy action adventure. But Evil Dead Rise is probably like my second favorite Evil Dead movie.
Nice.
The only reason it would be number 2 is just because it doesn't feature Bruce Campbell as Ash. But I'm kind of glad it doesn't. It's its own thing. But it's well within the Evil Dead universe.
Do you
it's
think
connected?
So this whole with Evil Dead Rise, where they're taking this idea of just taking the Necronomicon and putting it into a setting, you think that could work for more movies?
Well, Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi were talking about, because they're executive producers on this, like they're all behind this, and their plan is to have more Evil Dead movies like release every couple years instead of waiting 10 years. But yeah, this one's it's a different setting. It's an LA high rise, and it's not like a fancy LA high rise. No, it's a dilapidated apartment building.
Yeah.
It's falling apart,
Yeah, so an LA high rise.
And and you would know more. But this one's also got another twist that it's about a family unit. The other one's just random teenagers and Ash, groovy, etc.
Yeah.
Chainsaw hand,
Groovy,
but but this one feels you don't. You know how in a lot of horror movies, like slashers, Evil Dead included, like you don't really care about the characters.
Yeah,
you're like, yeah, I can't wait to see this guy get killed, even if they're not particularly like a bad person. It's just like I don't care.
You're in the movie for.
But in this one, it's a family, and you're like, oh my god, these are kids.
Oh yeah.
And mom's a deadite now. And they found the book and everything, but it's definitely way more on the scary, gruesome, gory side. But it still has the right amount of camp in there. Just a little comedy in there. It feels like Evil Dead just turned up to 11. Nice. And they used like the director Lee Cronin, he's new up and coming. I think he did a movie called Hole in the Ground. He used... It's mostly practical effects too. There's some CG moments, but it's a lot of practical effects. And they use like 6,000 liters of blood of Hollywood movie blood.
Nice.
And it just looks sticky. It's gross. It's rude.
The two types and, I'm not always all about like super bloody stuff in Hollywood, with the exception being
and there's a Shining reference with the
but
elevator.
The exception being when it's either like really gross sticky blood or like Monty Python blood.
Yeah, the actors are like covered in gross sticky, like it
and
looks hot.
Often, some directors
warm
land somewhere in between those two.
Yeah, but it's the leading actress. I think her name's Lily Sullivan. I may be wrong on that, but she does a great job. She doesn't quite live up to Ash, but pretty good for a good protagonist.
It's really hard to live up to Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, it really is.
The main character. It's
his charisma,
he's
humor.
Great.
But the standout though is the Alyssa Sutherland, Australian actress who plays the mom.
Oh, yeah.
Because first she just plays a normal mom, just trying to make it by in LA, trying to take care of kids, single mom. And then she gets possessed by the Deadite. That's in the trailer. That's not a spoiler. Fuck you.
Yeah. I saw the trailer.
It's Evil Dead. People are going to get possessed by Deadites. Okay?
Yeah.
And people are going to die. Me saying people die in this movie is not a spoiler. I hate when people are like, you're like, oh, there's a car chase in this movie. Oh, spoiler.
It's like, shut up.
It's a car chase movie.
You know that's not a spoiler.
But she does a great job. like when she makes that transition to Deadite, she just really hams it up. Has a lot of fun with it, and
I like
the kids do a good
a
job.
horror movie that knows how to be scary when it needs to, but also knows how to ham it up when it needs to.
And when it comes to the violence, I may have exaggerated a little bit when I told you about it. Yes, it is very gory. It's gruesome. It makes you cringe, you know. And it's definitely not for if you got a weak stomach, you know, I wouldn't recommend it. But it's believable violence. It's stuff that could actually happen. It's not like fantastical violence that you would see in a cartoon or like some adult anime. No, it's like, oh, earrings getting ripped out and the cheese grater scene. Oh God, the cheese grater scene, you know.
Yeah.
But it's stuff that like realistically could happen, which makes it even worse because it's more grounded in that way.
Yeah, in some ways that makes it more.
But it's
chills down your spine.
It's intense. It's fast and frenetic. Like there's only a couple scenes where it really lingers on whatever the Deadite does to somebody.
Yeah,
it's a lot of quick stuff, but it does show it. But it doesn't. It doesn't just make you sit there and watch someone, you know, get stabbed in the eyeball for 5 minutes or whatever. It's quick. But no, I honestly have no complaints about this movie. Well, I have a few complaints, but they're spoiler territory.
Yeah.
But even those really don't weigh the movie down. I mean, as an Evil Dead fan, I put it right behind Evil Dead 2.
Yeah, one of those movies where you're just like, it's just a good time.
And if I was going to give it a rating, like 9 out of 10.
Nice.
I mean, it's really good.
I'm going to have to go see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. I know you're not like a horror movie guy, but I've gotten you into them.
There's a few exceptions. Yeah,
I've got your foot in the door.
You've gotten me to warm up to horror movies a bit, and there are exceptions. There are a few horror movies that I love.
Well, and this movie, it's if you're just a fan of good movies, this is also good for that reason. The cinematography, I mean, like it has all those fast zoom in camera shots that Sam Raimi pioneered.
I love
and it has that Sam Raimi energy to it.
I love anything Sam Raimi.
It's essentially what they done to wrap it up. They've done a new and unique Evil Dead story, but that feels within that universe.
Nice.
Like it's and it doesn't, you know, linger on trying to make overt connections. But if you're a fan, you'll be like, oh, that shot looks just like the shot from the other one. Or, I get that Easter egg. You know, that kind of stuff. But it's not like nostalgia bait. And I've seen some people say that it is, and it really isn't. Because the only things nostalgia it does is just the way it's filmed.
Yeah.
Which is integral to Evil Dead.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that's nostalgia to film it that way. It has to
have that Sam Raimi energy to it, you know, and it achieves it.
Yeah.
And it on a $15 million budget, it made like 23.5 its opening weekend. So it's doing good.
Nice.
And hopefully we'll get more. I don't know. And the idea is to exactly what you said earlier, put the Necronomicon in different time periods or different settings.
I think that's a cool concept.
And then, you know, Evil Dead it.
See what happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, now there is one Easter egg that hints at the greater, like, story, what could be happening here.
Yeah.
But that's definitely a huge spoiler.
Yeah.
But anyways, really good.
It's good.
Sorry.
Set in the scene here, you know.
I had to. I almost forgot to talk about it.
So set in scene though. One night they were recording an episode about a new horror movie that had just been released. As they were discussing the plot, they started to hear strange noises in the background. At first, they thought it could just be the wind outside or a glitch in their recording equipment.
Yeah, that happens. Microphone artifacts.
But the noises continued, growing louder and more ominous with each passing minute. Suddenly, the lights in the room flickered.
They're flickering.
There you go.
Good job.
And went out completely, leaving Jackson and Coulson in complete darkness. They tried to turn on their flashlights, but they wouldn't work either. I don't have any flashlights in here.
I have my app.
Oh, yeah, I guess I have my phone.
My phone one.
That's when they heard it, a deep, guttural, growling sound coming from somewhere in the room. They couldn't see anything, but they could feel the presence of something menacing and dangerous.
And then they smelled it.
Panicking, they tried to run for the door, but it wouldn't budge. They were trapped with no way out. The growling grew louder and closer until they could feel hot breath on their necks. They knew that they were in grave danger and that their love of horror had led them into a nightmare they couldn't escape.
Oh, no.
And so
Such
the last episode of their podcast was
dramatic
never
irony.
released, and their fate remains a mystery to this
Wow,
day.
I love the ambiguity there.
Yeah. That was fun. I told it simply, can you write a short horror story about Jackson and Coulson hosting a podcast?
Nice.
And it came up with that. I think that's pretty good. It's not the most riveting short story,
No, but it's, it's
but for an AI, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good.
definitely fun that it did that. I gave it a prompt for a high concept action film starring Keanu Reeves
Okay. Good.
and Jack Black. Title:
Okay.
Double Trouble. Plot: Keanu Reeves stars as Jack Steele, a suave and deadly secret agent with a license to kill. Jack Black stars as Buddy Johnson, a hapless and bumbling slacker who gets caught up in Jack Steele's dangerous mission. When Jack Steele is framed for a crime he didn't commit, he must team up with Buddy Johnson to clear his name and take down the shadowy organization behind the conspiracy. Together, Jack and Buddy embark on a wild and explosive adventure across the globe, battling hordes of deadly assassins, dodging high-speed chases, and engaging in heart-stopping shootouts. Along the way, they encounter a cast of colorful characters, including a brilliant hacker, a ruthless mercenary, and a seductive femme fatale. As the stakes get higher and the danger mounts, Jack and Buddy must rely on their wits, their skills, and their unlikely friendship to stay alive and save the day.
Their unlikely friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
With explosive action, hilarious comedy, and heartwarming moments of camaraderie, Double Trouble is a high-octane thrill ride that will leave audiences cheering for more. Director: Edgar Wright. Which,
Nice.
yeah, I mean, I'd definitely watch
If
that.
Edgar Wright directed a movie with Jack Black and Keanu Reeves,
I would
definitely go watch that.
take my money now.
Yeah.
Tagline. This is the best part. This is why I saved it, honestly.
Okay.
Two heads are better than one. Unless they're both wanted by every assassin in the world. Yeah.
Oh my.
Well, anyways, I do have some other ones, but let's get some fresh responses.
yeah. Let's play around with it live here.
Yeah. Well,
As live as
as this podcast
you could
is,
expect
yeah.
from us.
So,
By the way, this French toast stout,
good.
really,
really
that's
delicious.
good stuff. I would buy that. Yeah.
It's a limited release too, so get it while you can.
Yeah. I don't think we carry a bead of brewing at the store I work at, but I might have to go out and go to where you say
have to go to Star.
Star Liquor.
Yep.
I'd be a traitor, but it might be worth it.
Well, I mean, it's literally in walking distance, so you know.
Yeah, that's true. Should walk in there with my work sweater on. Anyway, what should
Competing liquor store. You wanna give it another movie script?
Yeah, let's give it a.
It seems to be fun.
So,
What kind of movie? What are you thinking? Action, horror, comedy, rom-com, perhaps?
a rom-com,
Indie rom-com.
an indie rom-com. So,
Okay. So
You wanna-
write a script for an indie rom-com. We could just leave it there, but let's make this more interesting. Who is it? Who do we want to star in this?
Starring.
Timothy Oliphant
Good choice. How do you spell elephant?
as the leading man.
Um,
Just see if it figures it out.
that seems right.
Well, you spelled Timothy wrong, definitely.
I did spell two.
You spelled Oliphant right. Okay, so Timothy Oliphant is the leading man.
With starring Timothy Oliphant.
Who's the... We have to have the leading man, antagonist, and love interest.
So...
And well, the AI will figure out who's who, I guess. But
so we'll just throw in a few names here. Timothy Oliphant. How about
Renee Zellweger.
Renee?
That's another hard one to spell. I'm
Why
sorry.
are you giving me hard things to spell?
Okay, let's do Zoe Saldana. Come on. Okay.
What's
She's only one of the biggest movie stars ever.
Saldana?
Saldana, I think.
Okay,
And then
good enough.
And then one more maybe. You can pick this one.
And
You got to put a wild card in there too.
and
Craig
Craig Ferguson.
Good. Is he who I'm thinking he is?
He is the Scottish guy that hosted that late show before Seth Meyers took over,
Okay.
and it was like really weird
Okay.
because like you know how late shows like he would do stuff like you know how late shows
They do bits.
they
and
always
whatever.
they always have their sidekick guy who like feeds them jokes and stuff. His sidekick guy was just like a skeleton.
I gotta watch that. That sounds great.
It was a great show.
It's often the sidekick guy that saves those shows for me, like with
It-
Jimmy Fallon. Like
it
his
is.
sidekick guy makes it so much funnier.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know his name though.
All right.
All right.
Title: Love in the City. Opening scene. Timothy Oliphant's character, Jake, is walking down a busy street in downtown Seattle. He's a
Nice.
successful lawyer, but
He
he's
would
feeling unfulfilled and disconnected from his life. He stops to get a coffee at a local cafe where he meets Zoe Saldana's character, Mia, who's a struggling artist working as a barista.
Cool.
Jake.
Oh, it's got lines.
Yeah. We told it to write a script. It's giving us a
Yeah,
script.
I thought it was just gonna give us like a
Okay.
outline.
Do you want to do this?
Yeah, I'll be Mia.
Okay, you be Mia. I'll be Jake.
Saldana's character.
Yeah.
And do your best Timothy Oliphant impersonation. He's just a guy, just a regular guy.
Yeah, he's just a
honestly.
regular guy. I don't know.
So just
what
play
that-
it straight.
yeah,
Just
okay.
play it straight.
Hi there. Can I get you a latte?
Oh, of course. No, I'm not gonna do that. Oh, of course. Anything else?
No, just a latte.
Okay.
Or can I get a latte? All right.
No, just a latte. Okay. Making a latte. So, what brings you to Seattle?
Shrugs. Work mostly. I'm a lawyer.
Ah, the glamorous life.
Ha! Not exactly. What about you? What do you do?
I'm an artist. Well, I'm trying to be anyway.
Really? What kind of art do you make?
Mostly paintings, abstract stuff mostly.
That's really cool. I'd love to see some of your work sometime.
Yeah, maybe I'll show you sometime.
They exchange numbers and part ways.
And this is some wooden dialogue.
I gotta get a narrator voice.
Yeah.
They exchange numbers and part ways. Jake can't stop thinking about Mia and her art, and he starts to question his own life choices. Meanwhile, Craig Ferguson's character, Charlie, is Jake's best friend and confidant. So I guess you'd be Charlie now.
Why would I?
Well, because Jake's in the scene.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
So you met a girl. I can't do Scottish.
You don't have to.
Imagine.
Imagine a Scottish
Yeah,
person.
So you met a girl, huh? Tell me about her.
Yeah, her name is Mia. She's an artist, and she's really amazing.
Wow, sounds like you're smitten.
Yeah, I guess I am, but I don't know if I'm ready for something serious, you know?
Skeptical. What's holding you back?
Pausing. I don't know. I feel like I'm just going through the motions, you know? I'm a successful lawyer. Is that all there is to life?
I get it, but maybe Mia can help you see things differently. You never know.
Jake starts to spend more time with Mia, visiting her studio and learning about her art. He starts to see the beauty and creativity in the world, and he falls in love with Mia in the process. Jay, now you're Mia again.
Okay.
You know, I've always thought I was too practical for art, but being around you, I've realized that art is just as important as anything else in life.
I'm glad you see that. You inspire me too, you know?
They share a kiss, and the movie ends with them walking down the street hand in hand, with Charlie walking behind them,
Smiling.
What a fucking creep. Why is he following them?
Well, it's an indie movie. They gotta throw some kind of weird.
Why is an old
Sometimes
Scottish guy following them?
All right, that was fine. Oh, you show me, yeah.
He's an old Scottish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's cool. Okay, let's do something.
That wasn't as funny as I was hoping it would be. But
Well, yeah, I didn't really get the comedy aspect of
yeah,
it.
except
Very straight.
except for Craig Ferguson stalking them at the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
That was kind of funny.
Yeah, true. That's the twist.
He's a stalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? We could ask questions,
Yeah.
but it has to be fact based. But that's boring. Let's do something. Let's do.
Let's see.
What do you got? Ooh, a poem about beer. Wow. You should have done a haiku.
Okay, well, okay.
Write a haiku about beer.
Okay. Golden brew divine, hops and barley dance and line, beer forever mine.
There you go. There's a haiku on beer.
It
Did they get the syllables right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Golden brew divine. That's 5. Hops and barley dance in line. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, 575.
Yeah.
Okay, we can. Okay,
we
let's
can-
write a movie.
we can do
Let's
better.
write a
Yeah.
crazy movie. Just like doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Let's write a high concept action film. Starring
Star. Okay. Jason Statham.
Jason Statham, Don Cheadle.
Because he will do anything for a paycheck.
Throw Don Cheadle in there.
I'm
And
probably misspelling all of these. Okay.
and character actor Willem Dafoe. You spelled character wrong, Colton.
Shut up. Is there any more information we should give it?
In which, what's a plot? What's a plot device you want to throw in there? Like, oh, robots taking over the world, or
I think we should go all the way back to the 90s.
okay,
And
which
say-
could be like Terminator 2.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking they have to stop an asteroid from destroying the moon.
No, wait! It's got to be more than that, though. It has to be higher It's high concept.
Okay.
In
which they have to stop an asteroid controlled by
let's
ninjas.
stop the asteroid
Con-
from assassinating. Comedian Joe Rogan. And it's also a ninja. Because a ninja assassin.
so
Ninja asteroid.
Stop a ninja asteroid
from assassinating Joe Rogan. In the year 20XX. Okay.
Okay.
Title: Asteroid Ninja Assassination.
Okay.
Yo, let me do my. In the year 20XX, the world is thrown into chaos when a secret organization discovers a ninja asteroid hurtling towards Earth. The asteroid, they say, is capable of pinpoint accuracy, and its target is none other than Joe Rogan, the beloved podcast host and cultural icon. Enter Jason Statham's character, a skilled mercenary with a troubled past, and Don Cheadle's character, a brilliant astrophysicist who has been tracking the asteroid's movements. Together, they're tasked with stopping the asteroid and saving Joe Rogan's life. But they are not alone. Along the way, they recruit the help of Willem Dafoe's character, a retired ninja master who has been living in seclusion. Dafoe's character knows the ninja arts better than anyone, and he's their only hope in stopping the asteroid. As they track the asteroid's movements, they find out it's being guided by a rogue ninja faction, led by the enigmatic figure known as the Shadow. The Shadow is determined to assassinate Joe Rogan, and he'll stop at nothing to make sure his plan succeeds. Statham, Cheadle, and Dafoe must use their skills and wits to infiltrate the Shadow's lair and stop him before it's too late. Along the way, they face deadly traps, fierce ninjas, and impossible odds. In the film's climax, Statham faces off against the Shadow in a final battle, while Cheadle and Dafoe work to disable the asteroid's guidance system. The fate of the world rests in their hands, and they won't let it fall. In the end, they succeed, saving Joe Rogan and preventing the asteroid from striking Earth. Statham, Cheadle, and Dafoe walk away, knowing that they saved the world once again.
Ooh.
Is this a sequel? They're setting up a prequel.
This is a sequel.
Either this is the first one.
Right.
This is I'd like to imagine this is the first one, but they're setting up for a prequel story.
Okay.
Where you learn.
I'm wondering, big question, who plays the Shadow?
In the 90s. Okay, this is a good test of the AI. Will it know that we're referencing to the previous?
It says, I intentionally left the character of the Shadow
choice.
unspecified to leave open interpretation or casting choices. However, if you were to cast the role, you could consider actors known for playing enigmatic and mysterious characters, such as Javier Bardem, Benicio del Toro, or Mads Mikkelsen, among others.
Nice.
That's good. I'm impressed.
I would
Okay.
Okay. The movie scripts are so wait. Write a movie that is prequel. Okay.
To what? Asteroid Ninja
Ninja assassination. Okay, now you're really testing it.
Yep. Let's see what.
Shadow of the Ninja.
Okay.
Set years before the events of Asteroid Ninja assassination, Shadow of the Ninja tells the story of mysterious. So now we learn the backstory. Wow. Okay, this is good.
who is played by possibly
Mads
Javier
Mikkelsen,
Bardem, Mads Mikkelsen, or Benicio del Toro.
Yeah. Tells the story of a mysterious figure known as the Shadow and his rise to power within the ninja underworld. The film centers around a young man named Kenji, who grows up in a small village in feudal Japan. Where does this take place? I mean, when? Anyways,
I don't know.
Kenji dreams of
Japan,
becoming a great yeah, it's a prequel. Kenji dreams of becoming a great ninja like his father, who was killed by a rival clan when Kenji was still a child. After years of training, Kenji sets out to seek revenge against his father's killers, but he soon realizes that he's in over his head. He's captured and brought before the leader of the rival clan, who sees potential in Kenji and offers him a choice: join their ranks or die. Kenji chooses to join the clan and begin training under the tutelage of the Shadow. a mysterious and enigmatic figure who leads the clan with an iron fist. Under his guidance, Kenji becomes a skilled and deadly ninja, but he also begins to uncover the dark secrets of the clan. As Kenji rises through the ranks, he becomes increasingly conflicted about his allegiance. So they're giving him that, you feel for him.
I don't think Kenji is the Shadow though.
He's working for the Shadow.
So it still doesn't answer the origin
wow.
stories of the
well,
Shadow.
Because it's a trilogy.
Yeah.
Of course. Anyways, becomes increasingly conflicted about his allegiance to the clan and a sense of honor. He discovers the Shadow has his own agenda and is willing to sacrifice anyone to achieve his goals. In the film's climax, Kenji must choose between his loyalty to clan and his sense of justice as he faces off against the Shadow in the final battle. The film sets the stage for the events of Asteroid Ninja Assassination, revealing the origins of the villain and providing a deeper understanding of the world of ninja warfare.
All right, now I have to ask it.
Right, the sequel,
Who plays
the Shadow? Or Kenji, yeah. Who plays Kenji? It's probably going to say, but I left it a mystery, blah, 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 because... I don't even think you have to write that, but go for it. Character Kenji in prequel could be played by a number of talented actors, depending on the specific tone and vision of the film. Some actors who could potentially bring depth and complexity to the role of Kenji include Ryo Kese. Yes. Oh, I know him. He was in...
Who's that?
No, the second guy, Yosuke Kabuzuka. I think he was in John Wick 4.
Oh.
Or Joe. I don't know them, though.
I don't know.
But cool. Okay.
All right.
Enough.
Hold on.
Write the final finale. Okay. I've never done this, but we're taking this new places. The only thing I've done is ask a movie script, not write the prequel, then the sequel.
We're making a trilogy here.
We're making
Title: Rogue Asteroid Rising.
Oh, so the asteroid comes back into play.
Yes,
that's good.
Okay.
All right.
In the final installment of Asteroid Ninja Assassination Trilogy, the world is in chaos as rogue asteroids threaten to collide with Earth. The surviving members of the Ninja Clan, led by Jason Statham's character and his team, must once again come together to stop asteroids and save humanity.
Nice.
However,
just ties it all together.
They are not alone in their mission. The mysterious figure known as the Shadow has returned, and this time he has an army of his own.
Wow.
Don Cheadle's character and his team, along with their new ally played by Willem Dafoe, joins forces with Jason Statham and his team to take on the Shadow and his army of ninja warriors. So there's a whole army of ninjas now.
Nice.
Yeah. As the battle rages on, it becomes clear that the Shadow has an even more sinister plan than just destroying the world with asteroids. He reveals that he has developed a weapon that can control the asteroids and intends to use it to rule the world.
Of course.
In a climactic showdown, Jason Statham and the Shadow face off in an epic battle on the surface of one of the rogue asteroids.
Yes, hurtling towards Earth.
Don Cheadle and his team work to disable the Shadow's weapons, while Willem Dafoe's character fights off the Ninja Warriors. Nice. We get to have a Willem Dafoe fight scene, too. Just as all seems lost, a final unexpected twist occurs. It revealed that the Shadow is actually an alien. Wow. His true intention is not to rule the world, but to save it from a greater threat, a massive alien armada that is on its way to destroy Earth. In a last-ditch effort, Jason Statham and the Shadow work together to use the weapon to divert the rogue asteroids and destroy the alien armada. Whoa. In the end, they are successful, and the Earth is saved. As the heroes celebrate their victory, they mourn the loss of those who did not survive the battle.
Damn.
The trilogy ends with Jason Statham's character and his team disbanding, content in the knowledge that they have saved the world from certain destruction. Holy shit! That was
I never
intense.
saw that coming.
We got a
trilogy.
We got to get these movies made.
Yeah. Let's get them made.
Sounds awesome. Yeah.
I'm going to call Kevin Feige right now.
Yeah, he's on speed dial.
Yeah, of course. I yell at him whenever they do a bad one. Okay. Okay.
Kevin Feige just has like everyone after every once in a while he just has a voicemail from an unknown number on his phone that's just like, you did a bad one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. All right. That was a lot of fun. All right.
Great. That was great.
Maybe we can go back to movie scripts because those are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But let's do something a little different. I mean, there's plenty of things we could do. Let's do another podcast script.
Okay.
But let's make it a specific episode. We could base it off one of our previous episodes or something we would like to do. Or just nonsense.
Write a script for
the Drunk Podcast, of course.
about.
Let's do about. I want it to be funny, of course,
Yeah.
or interesting. What? You thought of something?
I'm afraid though.
What is it? You can't do anything like
No.
explicit.
No, we're not going to do that.
What were you?
No, we're not going to do it.
What are you gonna do?
We're not going to do it. A podcast, Odd Drunk podcast about
Dreams.
dreams.
We haven't done another Dreams episode in a while, so. And when I say a while, like years. So. Starring. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, maybe it'll make it more accurate for us.
Odd Drunk Podcast intro music plays as Jackson and Colton crack open their beers. I don't have a beer to crack open, but it's already open. All right. Oh,
There you go.
it's going.
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. All right.
Welcome back, folks, to another episode of the Odd Drunk Podcast. Today we're going to talk about a topic that's been on our minds lately: dreams.
Yeah, dreams are weird, man. You never know what you're going to get.
Have you ever had a dream that felt so real that it almost felt like it actually happened?
Oh, absolutely. I had this one dream where I was flying and it felt so real when I woke up, I was disappointed that I couldn't fly in real life.
I know what you mean. I once had a dream. I was at a beach party with all my friends, and we were having the time of our lives. But when I woke up, I realized it was just a dream, and I felt kind of sad.
It's depressing.
That's okay.
Dreams can be powerful, man. They can evoke all sorts of emotions and feelings.
And sometimes they can be downright bizarre. I once had a dream I was being chased by a giant taco.
A taco? What the hell?
I know, right? But the weirdest thing, that I wasn't even scared. I was more annoyed that the giant taco was ruining my dream.
That's hilarious. I had a dream once where I was in a zombie apocalypse, and I had to fight off the undead with nothing but a spatula.
A spatula? Why a spatula?
I have no idea. Dreams are weird like that.
Yeah, they definitely are. But you know what's even weirder? When you have a dream within a dream. Dun, dun.
Oh, that's the worst. It's like you can't even escape the dream world.
Yeah, it's like Inception or something. You start to question what's real and what's not. Colton takes sips of beer. Yep.
Well, I think it's safe to say that dreams are strange and a mysterious part of our lives.
Absolutely. And with that, I think we'll wrap up this episode of the Odd Drunk Podcast. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Until next time, cheers. Well, they have a better tagline than us. Literally.
We end every episode with like, okay,
See you next week, whatever. Maybe.
We used to in the early days try to actually have like taglines at the end and stuff, and actually have
we have
send-offs.
we have taglines throughout,
But-
kind of, but
these days we just go.
and the Odd Drunk Podcast outro music plays as the hosts finish their beers. Dun, 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 dun.
See, this ChatGPT doesn't know is that
We've already finished.
we that we don't play the
outro
live.
live.
So we're not drinking our beers as the
in
outro is
post.
playing. Yeah.
I mean, you can imagine it.
We do sit here for about a minute though and imagine.
We
We close our eyes when we stop recording. We all close our eyes and sit here in silence and imagine the outro music playing.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do.
All right, let's do. Let's write a song.
Yes,
Let's do a song.
I have one of these if you want.
Cool.
Write a song. Should we do it like in the style of?
Yeah. Let's do. Let's write a song in the style of Me First and the Gimme Gimmes. About
about got to come up with something good because
Dark Souls.
ooh, that is a good one. Okay, verse 1.
I'm going.
I started playing Dark Souls with nothing left to lose. I picked my class and weapon and tightened up my shoes. I fought my way through hallways with skeletons to slay. I knew that every bonfire could be my last safe place.
Chorus. Dark Souls, why do you taunt me so? Dark Souls, I just can't let you go. My shield is up, my sword is drawn. Dark Souls, I'm never gonna move on. Verse
And then
2.
imagine a cool
Dun,
little
dun, dun,
horn
dun,
thing.
dun,
Yeah.
dun.
The bosses seemed impossible, their strength beyond compare. I died 100 times, but never lost my flair. I learned their moves, their patterns, and the tricks that they would play. And when I finally beat them, it felt like my finest day.
And then the chorus repeats, of course.
Yeah, and then a bridge.
Ooh.
Yeah. And when I finally reached the end, I felt a sense of pride. I knew that I had conquered the challenge deep inside. I kept on playing, kept on fighting till the end of time. Dark Souls, you'll never break me. I'm yours as you are mine.
Every Dark Souls fan.
And then there's another chorus.
Chorus. Outro, Dark Souls, I'm never gonna move on. And it just repeats that 3 times.
Yeah.
Good.
I think I should
We should record that.
I think we should record a whole album that is
AI based.
AI generated
Yes.
lyrics.
I mean, we'd still have to do the music. Well, in theory, you could get the AI to do it too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well, I mean, as long as we're honest about like, hey, this is AI
This is AI.
generated, then
Yeah.
we won't get in any trouble about it.
okay, I'm feeling Dark Souls.
Okay. I have an idea.
Okay.
Let's see.
Come up with Dark Souls boss. What is it?
That is inspired by
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. But it's a boss.
yes.
Okay.
Well, I want to see what name
Trash man. Description. The trash man is a hulking, garbage-covered monster that roams the streets of a ruined city. It has a muscular humanoid body with limbs made of twisted metal and scraps of machinery. His face is obscured by a rusted metal mask that resembles a trash can lid. The trash man attacks with brutal swings of his massive metal fists and can hurl garbage at the player from a distance. I'm the trash man, and I eat garbage. Background: the trash man was once a simple garbage collector in the city, but the undead curse transformed him into a monstrous abomination. He now roams the streets, collecting and hoarding trash and debris. He's fiercely protective of his territory and will attack any outsiders who wander in his domain.
Strategy.
Strats.
Nice.
The trash man is a tough opponent with high defense and devastating attacks. The player must dodge his punches and avoid getting hit by the garbage he throws. The best strategy is to stay mobile and use range attacks. You just cheese him. Okay. Attacks to chip away at his health. The trash man is vulnerable to fire damage, so fire-based weapons and spells are effective against him.
Useful information.
Defeating the trash man rewards the player with a trash-covered treasure chest that contains rare loot, including the trash man's mask, a helmet that provides high defense against physical attacks.
That was awesome. Really
let's do a Dark Souls boss. I like this. I like it.
Okay.
The strats is what got me. Let's do a Dark Souls boss inspired by SpongeBob
Okay.
SquarePants. Okay.
Name: King Jellyfish.
Okay.
Description: King Jellyfish is a massive, electrified jellyfish that looms over the ocean floor. Its glowing body emits bolts of lightning that can shock the player and cause significant damage. The jellyfish tendrils are razor sharp and can slice through even the most durable armor. Background: the king jellyfish was once a peaceful creature, content to float in the ocean and feed on plankton. However, when the undead curse took hold, its body was infused with dark energy, transforming it into a fearsome boss. King Jellyfish now guards the depths of the ocean, attacking any who dare enter its territory.
You know, I know this is a joke thing, but there was hints in Dark Souls 3 about the age of the deep sea.
Yeah.
And some kind of underwater, like, BioShock Souls-like game would be sick. Just
that
saying.
would be rad, yeah.
Anyway.
Strategy.
Okay.
The players must navigate the electrified waters of the arena while dodging King Jellyfish's lightning attacks.
Of course.
The best strategy is to use a lightning-resistant shield and avoid getting too close to the jellyfish's tendrils. The player can also deal significant damage to the boss by attacking its glowing weak spot. Of course, a glowing weak spot.
Yeah.
Magic-based attacks are also effective against the jellyfish. Defeating King Jellyfish rewards the players with the Jellyfish Sting Sword, a powerful weapon that inflicts lightning damage on its enemies.
Nice.
It can also be used to parry lightning-based attacks, making it a valuable tool for future battles.
Nice. That one wasn't as funny, but
I gotta.
Cool.
I think the Trash Man sounds like a more difficult boss.
Oh yeah, but the King Jellyfish maybe has the better loot.
It has way better loot.
way better loot.
That's way better. Yeah.
Okay,
I like this.
let's write. Okay, let's do an episode. Let's do.
Okay.
Here's something I've always wanted. Well, not actually wanted to happen because it would probably be stupid, and it just won't work because one of the shows doesn't run anymore. Let's write an episode. Write a crossover episode of The Office and It's Always Sunny.
Write a crossover with.
And hopefully, that'd be fucked if it did the British Office. It won't. It won't. Yeah.
I always spell Philadelphia wrong.
Philadelphia.
We've established I'm not good at spelling.
Yeah, we've established that in this episode. The Office meets the gang. Act 1. Episode starts with the staff of Dunder Mifflin Scranton arriving at. They go to the bar. They go to Patty's. Staff of Dunder Mifflin Scranton arriving at the Philadelphia bar after a long day of work.
I'm assuming they were out on a
business trip or whatever.
Like
yeah. After they enter the bar, they immediately notice the strange characters around them. The gang, led by Charlie and Dennis, are busy arguing with a bartender about their tab. Michael Scott approaches the bar. Who's this bartender? Is it D?
I think they're not at Patty's Pub.
It's just okay.
Yeah, they're at a different bar.
Okay, so Michael Scott approaches the bar, trying to make friends with the locals, but the gang is unimpressed by his antics. Act 2. As the night wears on, the Dunder Mifflin staff and the gang start to interact. Dwight Schrute and Charlie Kelly bond over their shared love of hunting. Bashing rats, yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Fair enough. While Ryan Howard and Mac engage in a heated debate about which is better, karate or MMA. I could see that
that's
happening.
about right, yeah.
I feel like Dwight would be in that conversation.
He probably would, too.
Yeah.
He probably have very strong feelings about that.
Meanwhile, Jim Halpert and Pam Beasley try to avoid being pulled into the gang's schemes, but they can't help but be drawn in. Act 3. The tension between the two groups comes to a head when Michael Scott, desperate to impress the gang, offers to help them with their latest scheme. The gang convinces Michael to help them rob a nearby convenience store, promising them a share of the profits. The Dunder Mifflin staff are horrified by Michael's actions as they try to convince him to back out.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah. Act 4. Well, as Always Sunny episodes do. The heist goes awry and the gang bickering and arguing throughout the entire progress. Michael ends up getting caught by the police and the rest of Dunder Mifflin staff are left to pick up the pieces. As they leave the bar and head back to Scranton, they reflect on the strange and chaotic night they've had. Final scene. The episode ends with Michael Scott being released from jail, still wearing his Patty's Pub t-shirt. As he walks out, he sees the rest of Dunder Mifflin staff waiting for him. They all pile into the car and start to drive away, with Michael vowing never again to get involved with the gang. But as they drive off into the night, they can't help but wonder the other adventures that wait for them in the future.
That was pretty good. Yeah. The gang gets involved in a robbery. Right?
Nice. We'll get a little longer.
What else? What else are you thinking?
Let's make a video game idea.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Let's okay, make a video game. Make an open world action RPG. What kind of characters we want to put into this? What kind of world?
Okay. Let's see.
Okay, open world action RPG. What's something open world action RPG video game set where you play as
a beer brewer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where you play as a beer brewer set in You got something?
I got it. Set
Water world.
Okay. Set in the
Okay, let's do one more layer though.
Yeah.
Let's set in the world of water world with I want to make it funny. But Waterworld already kind of makes it funny, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I get
Let's see.
with rhythm game based elements. Okay.
Based.
Combat. Or yeah,
Oh,
gameplay. Yeah.
All right. The Brewmaster of Waterworld is the title. Gameplay. In Brewmaster of Waterworld, the player takes on the role of a skilled beer brewer navigating the treacherous world of Waterworld. The game is set in an open-world environment with the player able to explore the vast ocean and various islands in search of ingredients to brew unique, potent beers.
Nice.
Sounds already like a mix of like an open world game, but with like Stardew Valley, like
The gameplay is rhythm based.
Okay.
With the player needing to time their button presses and the actions to the beat of the game's soundtrack. The better the player performs, the better quality of beer they can produce, which is in turn can be sold for higher prices and used to upgrade their equipment and abilities.
As the player explores the world, they will encounter various factions and characters, some friendly and some hostile. The player can choose to align with different factions or go it alone. But their choices have consequences on the game's story and ending. Features.
That's customizable brewing system. The player can craft unique beers using a variety of ingredients and brewing techniques. As they progress through the game, they can unlock new recipes and brewing equipment to further enhance their brewing capabilities. Dynamic weather system. The weather in Waterworld can be unpredictable, with storms, hurricanes, and tidal waves all posing a threat to the player's ship and crew. The player must navigate through these hazards to reach their destination. Faction system. Players' actions will affect their reputation with different factions in the game. Depending on their standing, factions may offer unique quests, items, and benefits, or become hostile and attack on sight. Upgradable ship and crew. Nice. It's a black flag.
Nice.
Yeah. Player's ship can be upgraded with better engines, weapons, and defenses, and the crew can be recruited and trained to provide various bonuses and abilities. Multiple endings.
Ooh.
They always say that. I know. It was
Overpromising.
promising. Depending on the player's choices and actions, the game will have multiple endings, each with its own unique rewards and challenges. I call BS. Overall, Brewmaster of Waterworld is exciting and unique action RPG game that combines the thrill of exploration and skill-based gameplay of rhythm games. With its customizable brewing system, dynamic weather, and faction system, the game promises hours of immersive gameplay and replayability.
I have a further question for the AI.
Okay.
It's a rhythm-based game. So,
You play it on a Guitar Hero guitar.
what genre are we are we playing to?
Different genres. Okay.
Some of the genres would be incorporated in the game's soundtrack would include rock,
Rock.
folk, punk, and sea shanties. Yes.
Nice. That's a good combo.
The music would also incorporate sounds of the ocean and other natural elements to create an immersive atmosphere. Additionally, the game could feature a license tracks from various artists and bands. Okay, well,
Cool.
I have a further question then from that. What band would be in this game? A few of the bands that could potentially fit the theme of Brewmaster of Waterworld with their music and style. Here are some examples. Dropkick Murphys, Flogging
Nice.
Molly, Ailstorm,
Nice.
The Dreadnoughts.
This is awesome.
Okay, yeah, I'm fucking down for this. Yeah, okay. I'd play this game.
Yeah.
So
What a heck of a soundtrack.
A game that takes place in the universe of the 1995 movie Waterworld,
Yeah.
where you play as a beer brewer who has to travel the seas with rhythm gameplay based to the music of Dropkick Murphys vlogging, collecting ingredients to brew better beers.
And it's all rhythm based.
All rhythm based. I would buy that game out of principle. I would just be like, if someone was making that game, I'd be like, I don't care if this is good or not.
Wait, ask it. I have one more question.
Yeah, okay.
What? Okay. What controller would you use to play this game?
Let's okay. Being specific with it, I think that helps the AI. The type of controller that would be used to play Brewmaster of Waterworld would depend on the platform the game is released on. If the game is released on consoles, it would likely use a standard gamepad with buttons and analog sticks for movement and various actions in the game. However, if the game was released on PC, the controller options would be more varied. For example, players could use a keyboard and mouse, a standard gamepad, or even a specialized rhythm game controller that is designed specifically for rhythm-based games.
Yeah.
In addition to these standard controllers, the game could also incorporate unique features or peripherals to enhance the gameplay experience.
A brewing kit.
Here we go, yes. For example, the game could come with a brewing kit or motion sensing controller that allows the player to simulate the brewing process in a more immersive way.
That's good.
Ultimately, the choice of controller would depend on the specific needs and preferences of the player and the platform the game is. That last bit was really good.
Yeah, that last bit. Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
And let's make this a big epic finale to everything.
Yes.
It's going to be another movie, I think, because that's been the most fun.
Yeah.
But let's get really creative with it. What genre are you thinking?
A horror movie.
Okay, let's do a horror movie.
Right, a
horror movie, but let's get really specific with this.
we gotta go into detail here.
A horror movie about
Let's see. Oh, I have an idea.
Oh, what's your idea?
A group of people on a rafting trip down the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Who would this movie star?
No, but okay, a horror movie about a group of people on a rafting trip in the Grand Canyon, in which killer I'm thinking either killer robots or killer I guess you could do like
robots would work well because like they don't mix with water. So that could be like the defense.
Right.
Let's make it more interesting than robots though. Let's say androids.
Killer deaf droids.
Death droids. I like it. Which killer death droids are doing what? What are they doing?
All right, let's do killer synthozoids.
Okay, killer
I'm sorry.
Synthozoids?
That's close enough.
I don't know what that.
That's
Yeah. Okay.
which-
Synthozoids. Are they trying to do something?
Attack.
All right.
Okay, starring. Wait. Oh, wait. Let's do is there a particular director?
Oh,
Style.
is
Just-
directed.
Sam Raimi. This movie's directed by Sam Raimi, starring
Is it R-E-M-I?
R-A-I-M-I.
A-I-M.
Starring, let's do...
Starring. Let's say Samuel L.
Jackson. Steve Carell for comedic relief.
How do you spell Carell?
A-R-R-E-L. Yeah.
Close enough.
Samuel L. Jackson, Steve Carell, Kate Winslet. You got to get an Academy Award. Did Samuel L. Jackson win one?
I don't know, but
Samuel L. Jackson, Steve Carell, Kate Winslet, and let's do. We got to throw a wild card in there, a true wild card.
What if this is one of those movies that has a weird like musician cameo in it that like doesn't normally do acting?
Okay.
Like,
Let's do.
You know, sometimes movies do that where there's like a big musician is in a movie, but like you're like they're obviously only in this movie because they're famous. Yeah, like because their agent pulled some strings.
Okay, let's do. I want to do anything that would be obvious to us. Let's do Adam. No. No, I don't like him enough to put him in
Weird
a fake
Al.
movie. That's a little bit on the nose, isn't
Okay.
it? Isn't it?
Okay.
Weird Al would be fun, though.
That would be
wouldn't
fun. Let's do.
I mean, we could do Weird Al in addition to something else.
Let's just throw in Weird Al anyway.
Yeah. Let's throw in Weird Al Yankovic. It should just know who Weird Al is, but it's a C at the end, I think, on Yankovic. Musician that's sometimes in movies. Lady Gaga. But she's actually kind of a good actress.
All right. Well, let's just roll with it. Any other stuff we need to put in here?
It's also a period piece, but don't specify. Academy bait. Oscar bait. Oh,
Okay.
well, okay.
Okay. The Canyon of Terror.
The movie, okay.
Yep.
The movie opens with a group of 6 friends embarking on a rafting trip down the Grand Canyon in the summer of 1986. Okay.
Good choice.
Good choice. Yeah. Get that nostalgia bait in there, throw in some Take On Me or
Some
whatever.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Nostalgia stuff in there.
Among the group are experienced outdoorsman Jack, Samuel L. Jackson, nerdy accountant Walter, Steve Carell, adventurous journalist Sarah, Kate Winslet, quirky musician Tom, Weird Al, of course, and pop starlet Stella, Lady Gaga. The group is excited for the journey, but they soon realize that something is not quite right. As they make their way down the canyon, they encounter strange and unsettling signs, including abandoned campsites and strange markings on the rocks. Then one night, they are attacked by a group of killer cyborgs called synthezoids.
Ooh.
These creatures are half machine, half organic, and programmed to kill any humans they encounter. The group manages to fend off the initial attack, but they soon realize they are in grave danger.
They soon realize?
Yeah.
Not after the first attack?
No. No, they fend off the first one. As they continue their journey down the canyon, the group is relentlessly pursued by the synthezoids, who seem to be getting smarter and more aggressive with each encounter. The group is forced to use their wits and survival skills to stay alive, but they soon realize that they are hopelessly outmatched. Director Sam Raimi creates a tense and claustrophobic atmosphere using tight shots of the group on the raft and wide shots of the vast and treacherous canyon to create a sense of scale and unease. The synthezoids are depicted as terrified and relentless killing machines with a design that is both futuristic and eerie. Period setting the movie adds an extra layer of intrigue and mystery as the
1986.
yeah, what a mysterious era.
The 80s.
Yeah. As the group is forced to navigate the canyon with limited technology and resources. As the group fights to survive, tensions and rise and secrets are revealed, leading to a final showdown between the survivors and synthezoids. The climax of the movie is thrilling and a brutal fight to the death, with the fate of the group hanging in the balance. In the end, The Canyon of Terror is a pulse-pounding horror movie that combines the thrills of a survival story with the terror of futuristic nightmare. With an all-star cast and the visionary direction of Sam Raimi, the movie is sure to be a hit with horror fans and moviegoers alike.
I'm going to be totally honest. If it weren't for our casting choice there, I would actually probably watch this movie.
Right? I'd watch it with our casting.
Sam Raimi, horror movie in the Grand Canyon, cyborgs. I'd be super down for that.
Do you want to do one more?
Let's do one more. Yeah. What do you another movie thing or
yeah, movies are pretty good. They're pretty fun.
All right.
Let's do so we done
you choose a genre this time.
So
I chose the last two genres.
We did rom-com,
yeah,
action, and horror.
Yeah.
Now let's do it's a good through line of those.
Do a fantasy.
No.
Okay.
Space opera.
Ooh.
A la Star Battles.
Write a space
opera movie. I mean, we could just leave it there. It'd be like the most generic.
We gotta throw in some details though. We gotta make it juicy.
Let's do a space opera movie. A high concept space opera.
Yeah. You gotta throw that in there. Okay.
High concept space opera movie.
Let's start with directed by
and a directorial debut.
Okay. Where are you going with this?
Has Bill Shatner done anything?
I don't
directed?
know. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't.
Maybe.
Seems like he would have. Okay, let's not do him. Let's do the guy.
What?
No, we can do a regular director, I guess.
Okay.
Directed by who would I would like to see direct a space opera? Scorsese wouldn't. Not even in our fictional scenario.
Yeah. Scorsese.
He
Would cross the boundaries of fictional universes to say no, that's not cinema.
That's a popcorn. That's a thrill ride. Let's do but someone that you wouldn't expect. I guess we could do. Let me look up directors.
Hold on. I'm gonna
give me a second.
I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Are we pausing?
We can pause, or you can keep talking.
I'll keep talking. Let's see. Famous directors. Kubrick, Francis Ford Coppola, Quentin Tarantino. That could be a fun one. Christopher Nolan. He's done some sci-fi, Interstellar or whatever. Ridley Scott, definitely sci-fi. Charlie Chaplin. He's, we could use him, I guess, if we wanted. Clint Eastwood, Woody Allen. That might be pretty fun. Ooh, Tim Burton. Wes Anderson. I don't know. I think Wes Anderson or Tim Burton would be a lot of fun. I hope you guys are having fun with this one. I know we've done a lot of movie shit, and yeah, we're doing movie scripts in this with the AI, but This is the kind of episode, like I mean, we've done some AI stuff before, but we can definitely, come back to Chat GPT if we ever run out of ideas or, just need just a fun episode, Another one I would like to go back to is AI Dungeon. Definitely have a lot of fun with that. In fact, it could be interesting to combine some AIs, like input things from Chat GPT to AI Dungeon, yada, yada, yada. Colton is a nerd, blah, blah, blah. What? I didn't say anything.
What'd you say, you bitch?
I didn't say anything.
I
Nothing
heard you
happened.
say something about Colton being a nerd.
Nah, that was the AI.
Oh, okay.
It just told me.
I apologize, Jackson.
Wait, look, I can ask it. Is Colton nerd? No, I'm in between Wes Anderson and Tim Burton.
Ooh, hold on. Is
Colton nerd? As an AI, it won't.
It won't say anything. Okay.
Oh, what happened to our prompt though?
Oh
It's
shit.
gone.
Okay.
Okay. What?
Okay.
High concept space opera, directed by who do you think? Wes Anderson or Tim Burton?
I think Wes Anderson would be really funny.
I mean, Tim Burton would be interesting, like a gothic take on that kind of thing.
But I think
Wes Anderson.
I think you'd expect
Those-
that from Tim Burton, though.
a little bit more.
Like,
well,
no,
Wes Anderson is doing a sci-fi movie, Asteroid City or whatever it's called.
Is he? Oh shit.
Kinda, yeah. But yeah, let's do Wes Anderson. Starring Joel Egerton.
Joel.
Do you know him?
I think so.
I mean, we could do let's do a bigger star than that, I guess. Let's do Chris, one of the Chris's.
We'll throw in Joel Egerton too.
We'll throw him in. Chris Evans, Pine, Pratt. Are all three?
Do all three.
All three, okay. Chris Evans, Chris Pine, Chris Pratt. Man, that's an expensive movie.
It is.
Man, that budget.
Chris Pratt.
But Wes Anderson could do that. He can get like a million. Look at the This is a little side tangent, but the cast for Asteroid City, directed by Wes. Look at all the people that are in this movie. It's insane. I guess people just like, I'm gonna be in a Wes Anderson movie because that's like.
I think he's like Quentin Tarantino in that sense of where he just has a network of actors he can call on.
Jason Schwartzman, Scarlett Johansson, Tom Hanks, Jeffrey Wright, Tilda Swinton, what? No, that's not right. That's just movies. I mean, that's actors. Where's the cast for Asteroid City? I know Bryan Cranston's not in it. That'd be cool, but Asteroid City cast, real quick. Tom Hanks, Maya Hawke, Margot Robbie, Scarlett Johansson, Jason Schwartzman, Edward Norton, Adrian Brody, Steve Carell. I guess Bryan Cranston is in it. Tilda Swinton, Matt Dillon, Willem Dafoe. What the fuck?
A lot of those people have been in Wes Anderson movies before. I really think there's a few directors in Hollywood. Wes Anderson's one of them. Quentin Tarantino's another one of them. Who just they've worked with certain actors throughout their entire career.
Jeff Goldblum. Oh, let's throw Jeff Goldblum in there.
Oh, yes.
Jeff Goldblum. Let's throw Harrison Ford. I don't think he's been in a Wes Anderson movie.
I don't think he
that'd be
has.
fun. That'd be fun. And space opera. Let's put him in another one.
Harrison Ford.
Imagine getting Harrison Ford, 80 years old.
We have a very male-centric cast here.
Let's get some females
let's
in there.
throw on some ladies, too.
Let's do Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I like her in movies. Let's do Kate Winslet. No, we already did. That's what she's.
What's her name? Who plays Ahsoka?
Rosario Dawson. Yeah, hell yeah. And we need
And one more. Uno más. We have a big cast here.
Jenna Ortega. She would be in a Wes Anderson. All these people would be.
Yes.
In the what? But Harrison Ford, just side tangent again. Imagine tricking Harrison Ford, who said he's retiring from Indiana Jones. He's probably, not got much legs left as an actor.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. He hates Star Wars. Imagine tricking him into being into a high concept Wes Anderson space opera movie. But it's another Star Wars.
Here's the thing. Oh, yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious. Here's the thing with Harrison Ford is I don't think it would be you wouldn't have to trick him into it. My understanding of him in like real
Just
life
give him a lot of money.
is he acts very grumpy, but he's actually is one of those actors that's like, I just care about having interesting roles type of people,
And let's throw one comedic relief in there.
Okay. What you thinking?
Let's throw Bill Murray. He's in Wes Anderson movies.
He has been in. He's in my favorite.
So like any Wes Anderson
He's
movie.
in my favorite Wes Anderson movie.
What the
Life Aquatic.
Life Aquatic, yeah.
It's my favorite Wes Anderson movie. I love that movie.
And then anything else we want to throw in there? Plot wise?
Do we need any details?
Let's let it run with it.
Let it roll.
And then we're gonna end this episode.
Yeah. We have a big ass cast there. The Cosmic Eccentrics.
Of course.
Cosmic Eccentrics is a high-concept space opera directed by Wes Anderson, set in a whimsical and off-kilter universe with colorful characters and bizarre adventures. The movie follows a ragtag group of misfits as they travel across the galaxy in search of a powerful artifact that could save their home planet from destruction.
Okay.
Among the crew are stoic Captain Jack, Joel Egerton.
Okay.
Charming rogue Alex, Chris Evans. Dashing space pilot Chris Pine. That's good.
He's like, I'm just Chris.
Bumbling but lovable mechanic Andy, Chris Pratt.
Andy!
That's appropriate. Eccentric scientist Dr. Z.
Jeff Goldblum.
That's also appropriate.
Grizzled veteran Jackson, Harrison Ford. Badass warrior Maya, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who's Hera, by the way, in the Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Tech savvy hacker, Luna, Rosario Dawson. Enigmatic psychic, Leo, Bill Murray. And plucky young prodigy, Nova, Jenna Ortega. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good cast. As they journey through space, the crew encounters a series of strange and surreal obstacles from hostile alien worlds to mind-bending space anomalies. Along the way, they must navigate their own complicated relationships and personal demons while working together to achieve their goal. Wes Anderson's signature visual style is on full display with vibrant and meticulously crafted sets and costumes.
And they're actually
not just wide pan
and they're
shots,
on sets,
but geometric shots.
Yeah.
Like everything,
symmetrical.
And costumes that add to the quirky charm of the movie. The action sequences are fast-paced and exciting, with thrilling space battles and daring escapes.
Nice.
The all-star cast delivers standout performances, with each actor bringing their own unique flair and personality to their respective roles. The chemistry between the actors is palpable, with plenty of witty banter and heartfelt moments that add depth and humanity to the story. In the end, Cosmic Eccentrics is a thrilling and whimsical adventure that will appeal to fans of Wes Anderson's distinctive style, as well as those who love space operas filled with action, humor, and heart.
I need to ask one more question.
Yeah, okay.
Who is the antagonist? If there is an antagonist, who is the antagonist? Oh, yeah, be specific.
I think being specific like this helps.
Yeah.
The AI. The antagonist could be a malevolent
alien race, a powerful individual. Obtain the artifact before the crew does it. The power nefarious purposes, alternative. So it doesn't really have a plan for that.
Who plays? That's what we really mean.
Well, it doesn't seem to really have a plan for. Wes Anderson movie wouldn't really need that. It could just be an adventure.
The star-studded cast and the caliber of talent involved, there are plenty of actors who could potentially take on the role of the antagonist in Cosmic Eccentrics.
Michael Fassbender, Tom Hiddleston, or Cate Blanchett.
Ooh, all good choices.
But Cate Blanchett was already in a movie, Harrison Ford, that didn't.
Yeah, but
didn't
she's
turn out
also
right.
a very good actor.
Yeah.
so-
And it's a Wes Anderson movie.
Yeah.
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 All right, well, I think that's a good place to end this.
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
Definitely a lot of fun to be of ChatGPT. But if it gives you any harmful instructions or whatever, don't listen to it.
Yeah. It doesn't tell the truth.
And it will often give misinformation. But if you want to just play around, make movie scripts, Dark Souls bosses, and episodes of whatever, it's fun.
Hold on.
What are you doing here? Oh, outro? Write an outro for
Yeah.
for the podcast. Before it does its thing, make sure to follow @OddDrunkPod. Check out our link tree for everything. Give us a rating, review, download, subscribe. That would be appreciated. Anyways,
All right. And that's a wrap for for this episode of the Odd Drunk Podcast. Thanks for tuning in and listening to our ramblings about dreams and nightmares.
he knows us.
We hope that you enjoyed the conversation as much as we did, and maybe even learned something new about the fascinating world of the subconscious mind.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Before we sign off,
Wait. What did you put in the prompt?
I just said right now, Joe. It's taking everything, I think, from what I've typed in, though.
Before we sign off, let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors. I wish we had.
Yeah.
Without their support,
None of these people are actually sponsors.
This podcast wouldn't be possible. So cheers to Abita Brewing for providing us with delicious beer to fuel our discussions, and to Audible. Well, nope.
I guess
we use Podbean, not Audible.
I guess so.
Audible for keeping our minds sharp with their vast library of audiobooks. Oh, we're on Audible.
We are. You can listen to us on Audible.
Why you would?
I don't know. If you liked what you heard today, don't forget to subscribe to our podcast and leave a rating and review on your preferred platform.
Yeah.
Your feedback helps us improve and grow, and we always appreciate hearing from our listeners.
Thanks again for listening. And until next time, keep dreaming big and drinking responsibly. Roll that outro.
It's a way better outro than we've ever done in the entire show.
Keep drinking big. I like that. That's good.
All right, we're going to stop it there.
This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. The Odd Drunk Podcast recommends you follow their Instagram and join their Facebook group for more fun content. To visit all of our current streaming and social media platforms, visit the link tree in the description. If you enjoy the show, we would be appreciated if you would leave a review on Apple Podcasts. The Odd Drunk Podcast would like to remind you to drink responsibly and not to drink and drive. Okay, Colton, you can roll the outro now.